could eat and drink when you were young, but as you get older, your body doesn't cope as well. So you have to nourish your body. When we say fruits and vegetables, it's not for some rich people, it's for all of us. We have to keep healthy. Mind what you're drinking. Alcohol, you can take little. I'm not saying don't drink at all, but you can't, the same way you used to drink before, you cannot drink the same. Your liver, we all have one liver. It's not like kidney where we have two. I can give you one of mine. Liver is one. And one of the greatest causes of death in this Scotland is liver failure from drinking. They drink. Do things differently. The other thing is physical activity. Learn to move. Really important to have some sort of exercise. It's a big lecture. I won't go into it, but manage stress. Try not to be stressed. The more stressed you are, the more impact on your health. Okay? Social connections. We now know that people who are isolated tend to be more ill. Okay? People who keep to themselves, their immunity is low. You need to stay connected. Make sure your connections are helpful connections, not toxic ones. Don't be friends with someone who envies you, someone who doesn't have your good at heart. Why would you be friends with such a person? Surround yourself with people who love you, who nurture you, who believe in what you're doing. It improves your health. The studies have shown that it makes your health better if you're with the right people. Sleep, very important. Let's not compromise our sleep. Some say, me, I can do it. Just 4 hours, just give me 4 hours sleep. The day of reckoning will come. You need to sleep enough, okay? I recommend 7 or 8 hours of sleep for adults. Okay, so quickly, insurance. How many of you have health insurance? Scan the code, let me know. Let's have an idea, please. How many of us have health insurance or life insurance? Health insurance or life insurance? Someone says, I do not. So 2 people say yes. That's good. Okay, 2 people, I do not. Okay, 3 people, 4, I do. Okay, good. So more people do not. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Thank you for doing that. So life insurance, just briefly, it's just an amount you pay. You pay a little amount every month, okay, to cover you. For example, if you suddenly drop dead, heaven forbid, none of us will drop dead. But if you do, there's a pot of money that your family can access to sort you out. What we're finding now is people drop dead, then everybody has to do GoFundMe to be able to pay for funeral, to take them back to Nigeria or whatever you need to do. Whereas with a little amount of money, you have a pot of money that will look after your family. As a householder is responsible to do that. Even you, don't wait for your husband. You do your own. Do your own insurance. It's a little amount of money. The other one is health insurance. Let's go to the next slide. I'm trying to be fast now. Private medical insurance. Again, a type of insurance where you pay a little amount every month. A little amount every month. But it means that if you're suddenly ill, you can't work, your work, they may cover you for a few months, maximum. They will keep paying you for after that, you're on your own. But if you have insurance, the insurance will then take over and start paying you. You see? So let's look into these things. I have insurance with Aviva. I don't know if they are the best or the worst. I don't know. Someone came to talk about it when I first came to the country, and he was with Aviva, so I joined them. There may be better ones. Maybe you need to compare, like we've learned today. Go online, life insurance, compare, try and find out. But don't leave it. Don't say, well, if I'm gone, I'm gone. What are the people you have left behind? Do you really want them to suffer when you could pay a little amount towards that? Okay, so that's something to look at. So I'll stop so far. Thank you so much for listening. But one last assignment, please scan this code. I just want some feedback, okay? Or you can let me know what topics you'd like to hear from me next time. And just please connect with me. I'm on social media. I'm all over social media. So feel free to follow me. I want to support you. I want to encourage you that, you're going to be fine. I promise you. Okay? So thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you, everyone. I'm sure we all enjoyed that, didn't we? Yes. We sure did. So, I mean, we are almost running out of time, and we need to just head on straight. I'm still people taking notes, so we'll just go straight to the Q&A session. But before we go into the Q&A session, what I would like to say, particularly around healthcare, because like she said, like everybody has been saying, we really need to be on top of things. I remember when we first came to the country, and our daughter was unwell, and we had not registered with the GP. We found ourselves at night going to the emergency, and the process was long. And then when at the end of the whole process they gave us medication, and I was waiting for somebody to say, okay, go pay here, and it was free. So there's lots of free resources available for us. We just need to be aware. And just like she has said, Dr. Daisy said, we want to be there for you. We want to support you. So there would be a feedback form at the end, which you would have to scan. But let's just go into the Q&A session. Can you please just come to the front? If you've got any questions, please direct your questions to, I'm sure we all know their names. So there's Mrs. Ashaye, there's Dr. Lolia, there's Dr. Shola, and there's Dr. Adaize. So I'm going to bring the seats. So we'll just take our questions. Has anyone got a question? Please let me know with a show of hands, and we will get the microphone across to yourself. Good evening, everyone. And thank you to all our speakers. Thank you for pushing out value. Okay, my first question is for the first speaker. How are you able to get your children to behave well without spanking them? Um, we won't mind if you share that with us. And then the next speaker, um, how can we use AI to enhance quality of our project output without um, without breaching the rules for AI content on your work? So it's not like I want to depend on it, but how can I use it to enhance quality? Thank you. And then I was going to ask you about life insurance, but you asked us to go online, so we'll just go online. And then I want Dr. Olajide to help us with more of um, mindset for job and other job approach skills. So, thank you. Thank you for cutting across everybody. So,
Actually, I'm glad that you spoke about mindset at the end of that. So it's a mindset change as well. I wasn't smart growing up, and I think I've turned out relatively okay. If you ask my husband, I'm not sure what he'll think. Like I said earlier, that when you smack a child, you're teaching them that you don't have control. And then why does that child then go to school and then hit somebody? Because you're telling that child that when you have more power, you hit people, and then why your older child smacks your younger child. You really can't tell them not to do that, because that's how you taught them to respond to situations when they have more power and when they're not happy about something. But the practical steps I was going to talk about previously was what I said I picked up from that psychologist Skinner. And it talked about something called reinforcers, and I don't know if you can come up, reinforcers and punishers. Punishers don't mean punishment in that sense. Reinforcers are consequences